Alrighty then, Successful Indie Author 5-Minute Focus, episode 694, Industry Standards. There's Stanley hanging out, becoming one with nature. Let's see how, there we go. There we go. Oh, he's a good boy. Alright. Industry standards. I love it when that gets thrown out, especially against indies. Norms are not standards. Norms are generally learned the hard way. People publish a certain way, especially, let's look at formatting your ebook. Thanks to Amazon and thanks to some of the other distributors, you can format however you want, whether you indent that paragraph, whether you put lines in between, whether you don't indent, put lines in between, doesn't matter. You can do whatever you want. What you want to make sure is that the reading experience is good. So, I was told once that there's industry standards regarding formatting, and you never indent the paragraph. You always put a space in between, and crap. I do it how I want. I do it how I like to read it. I like indented, and I also like a line between those paragraphs. So that's how I do it. And guess what? Over 1 million books sold. I guess I'm not too bad. Did I lose any sales because of that formatting? Doubt it. Once people start reading, it's all about the story. I've seen people who had a typo on every single page and still sell the hell out of a book because it's a great story. Readers will be forgiving. Now, don't give them the reason to put the book down, but once they start reading, they're not going to notice that there's an indent. They're not going to notice that you said every time for your dialogue tag and used nothing else. Although, if they don't recognize it, if they look right through it, then why do you include it? That's a completely different topic. But norms are best practices. Best practices are learned the hard way. Find what works for you. Now, mixing grammar, making something present tense and then past tense, then present tense and past tense, that's discombobulating and will take the reader out of the story. That's different than industry standards. Industry standards use good grammar. Well, what does that look like? Is it the Chicago style catalog, or is it the Oxford comma? What is it? Use consistency, and that will be your standard. Your standard. Make sure you do it in the way that you like to read and that your readers like to read, because you're writing, well, for yourself as much as for them, because they're not going to buy it if they don't like how it reads. So, industry standards. It helps to know what the standards are so you can break them and know what you're doing. But you're creative. Look at E.E. Cummings and his poetry. No caps. No caps. Oh my God. How can you write a story how can you write poetry without capital letters, without periods? What's going on? Creatives. Creatives see things in ways that others don't. Sometimes a story is written in first person, like Andy Ware, Project Hail Mary. I started reading it. I'm like, first person present? This is crap. It wasn't. The story is great, but I'm so, hey, lost connection there for a second. I'm so conditioned to look for third person past that I missed that it was, hey, first person present. I'm like, oh no. Read the story. Enjoy the story. That's what the stories are about. Enjoy the fact that creatives see things in a different way, and enjoy being that creative and looking at things in a different way. That's your standard, especially once you publish and once your readers say, I like this. There you go. You set the stage. Peace, fellow humans.